You can come forward.
Oh, yeah,
no?
13, right? No. I do.
I want to, but also make them.
We did our. Yeah, you said you can't hear your.
I want. Bed, I'm gonna try things to see what I want.
Oh, okay.
But also not on the piece that I
think I have
I want it.
I know this. I know that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this is my neighbor and they just hate us. But they kind of begin.
Yeah, that's good. Like, I think, I don't know.
It's
But
like really nice.
like,
Mhm.
if they gone
Shingles are gross, but they're really nice round shingles that like don't.
conversational when you go.
Like they did this. What is this? Someone's gonna just paint it. And they did the renovation a long time ago and then.
You better do this and.
A block typically 20 or 30 households.
That's
So
literally this.
it's like 5.
And like they did the kitchen.
Yes, sir.
Money, JJ. Everyone.
It's like.
It's about making money to.
Money.
I looked.
So what's the question is, how long is it gonna take till you personally decide that you have to make 10 contacts a day? And you're gonna hold yourself accountable to that. That's really what the question is.
Oh.
It's nothing else. It's how much education do I need to have? How am I gonna keep coming to class, keep coming? But everyone has to everyone has to just come to the final realization and picking up the phone and decide. I'm going to make decisions every single day. All consecutive.
Can you tell us what is the real estate conversation?
Yes. Hi, this is JJ. How are you? Do you have any plans this year in real estate?
If you let the stranger just say that,
And well, either a friend or anyone. Do you have? Do you have any plans this year? If you want to do anything in real estate this year in 2024, buy, sell, invest.
thank you.
That's it. That's a real estate conversation. And
They're the business card.
if you're thinking about doing anything, I'm here to help you. I have a ton of resources. Right, I can alert you to properties that come on the market. I have pocket listings from my office that are not on the market. Is there anything that you'd be interested in? If you're an investor, how would you like to write? Would you be willing to write low offers? You know, if you're looking for a steal, if you're looking to like really get a great deal on something, how would you feel about writing low offers across the board? And we'll just write 5 offers a week. And something will hit, something will eventually hit. Right? So does anyone not have one? There's you know that realization that you come to where you need to make your contacts can happen today. It could have happened already, or it might not happen 10 years in 10 years. So it's up to everyone individually to realize, you know what? Here's the thing. It's like it's really hard to pick up the phone. I remember the first time my coach told me to pick up the phone and make a call. I was like, right now? In front of you? Like you're listening to me? It's like make the call. So it's that first call, and you just get over it, just make the call. Right? I can promise you that when you receive calls, right, how do you feel when a call is coming in? Like you're not upset at the person calling you, right? You either have time for them or not. So if you're gonna make a call, it's gonna be either a personal call or a cold call. I don't consider any calls I make a cold call because there's always a reason I'm calling. So if I'm calling a neighborhood and I'm calling someone I don't know, I'm looking at something that recently sold. And I'm gonna call them and say, hi, this is JJ Wallack, Keller Williams, Beverly Hills, real quick. A house around the corner from me just went into escrow. They were asking this much. There are more buyers out there, obviously, because it had multiples. Would you be a seller in that price range? Just see where the conversation goes. They might say no, thank you, and they hang up. Okay, fine. Then you make the next call. But if you make 10 of those calls every single day, it's gonna pay off at some time.
But you have to say exact price what was sold in that area.
So it depends, I'm just gonna,
Alright.
that's just an example. If I'm making a call to someone I don't know,
Right,
there's gonna be a reason I'm calling.
I see. So the house was
Hi, this is
that area.
Wallack, Kellerman's Beverly Hills, real quick,
Right,
don't hang up yet,
right.
real quick. A house around the corner from you just sold for such and such price, similar to your side. Would you consider an offer in the same price range?
Hmm.
If they say anything except, don't call me again, that could be an appointment. Let me come see your house.
Right.
And just set the appointment.
That's when you meet somebody face to face for the conversation.
Totally cold, totally.
What about, you can leave a message, can leave a message also?
Yes, now, yes, of course you can leave a message.
Right.
If you subscribe to a dialer, you do.
Yeah, yes.
Where there's an automatic dialer.
Yeah.
Don't set the automatic voice recording to leave a message.
Right, I know.
That, you can't do that.
No.
I think there's a California.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do it. The companies that offer that service don't care where you are. I mean, they'll still let you do it if you want to do it, but don't do it. So look, everyone can make as much money as they want to if they commit themselves to the work. And it's not hard work, it's just work. You know, you got to make the call. I so admire commercial agents that just, you know, a commercial agent, when they join a commercial agency, basically they give them a phone book and they say, start calling. That's it. That's the whole thing. It's like, here, start calling. And when you get a lead, tell me about it. So that whoever their mentor is gets their lead, right? But they just train them to make calls. That's actually a great thing. Even though they're not making any money from it, like in the beginning, they're being trained to make calls. So that's really all it comes down to. Now, an exercise I did with my coach was, years in, he said, go back and tell me where all your business came from, where to come from. So I did the exercise. I went back and I said, okay, that person came from here and that person came from here. And I realized after doing that exercise, that all my business was a referral. It came from someone I know referring someone to me. That's where it came from. So you can go in your phone book and say, none of these people are buying. They're not buying. They're not buying. That's a wasted call. They're never buying. But those people all are going to meet 2 people per year that are buying and selling. And you want the referral. So we have this sheet. I don't know if they're up here. We have a call sheet. I know I have it in my shared folder. Maybe I'll print some and put them up there. We have something called a Bold. And in Keller Williams Bold, it's a 7-week program, and you're supposed to make 20 calls a day, 20 real estate calls a day. So Gary Keller is just asking us to make 10, but then there's a special Bold program where you make 20. On that call sheet, it says, who did you call? Did you set an appointment? Or first of all, it says, did you ask for an appointment? And then did you set an appointment? And it said, did you ask for a referral? And did you get a referral? So that's what the call sheet is. It's a very purposeful phone call. So if you're calling someone, it's not just to check off I made my calls today. That's not it. It's calling with an intention of setting an appointment. So if I'm calling someone I don't know in an area and saying, hi, it's JJ Wallack, Keller Williams Beverly Hills. Real quick, a property just sold around the corner from you for such and such price. It was similarly sized to yours. Would you consider an offer in that price range? Great. Can I come see your house? And then that's a listing appointment. Then you come to me and say, JJ, holy cow, I looked. And then I say, okay, let's prepare for it. And then we're gonna do comps.
It's better to say that I have a buyer.
No, I wouldn't.
Don't say that I have a buyer.
Don't play games. Don't play games. Say, let me come see your house. Do you have a buyer? There are lots of buyers interested in your property, and obviously you want to get the most money for your property, right?
Right.
Let me come there. We can go over comps together, and I'll show you what I can do for you. Something like that. Don't try to answer objections over the phone.
Yeah.
You want to get the appointment, because over the phone, forget it. You want to get in front of them. Once you're in front of them, you can build trust. So that's the whole job, is just to get the appointment. When you get the appointment, that's when you call me, JJ, holy crap, I need to prepare for my appointment. Give me some time. Don't make the appointment same day. Like, we have to do comps. We're going to put together a listing. was the folder.
Would you say the same thing when you door knocking, just for the same thing?
Door knocking is totally different.
When you would say that the house was sold in that area, or the house was in that
I
area?
mean, you're gonna have information about the area, right?
Yeah.
If you're gonna door knock, I would say you want to door knock in an area that you're gonna knock either every month or every 2 months. It's a constant thing.
The same people who don't want to sell, they don't want to talk.
If you're door knocking,
Like to
if you're
them.
door knocking, you're geographically farming. You're picking a geographic area
Yeah,
and saying, this is the area that I want to take market share.
right.
And then you're constantly marketing to that area. Maybe you have some bus benches, maybe you're sending flyers out, postcards. Gary Keller says pick an area of 500. Right? Make sure that there's a 3% turnover. So in an area of 500, you need at least 15 sales per year. And then every time you list the property, you're gonna send your entire farm a just listed postcard. Every time you sell something, you're gonna send a just sold postcard. So that's gonna cost you $250 every mailing. Every listing you get is gonna cost you $500, a $250 just listed and a $250 just sold,
Oh,
right? Okay, this is how you take over an area,
or 500 people.
500. You can grow your farm as big as you can handle. You know, I've been to mastermind meetings with agents that were doing significant money. And they were talking about their marketing budgets. Some agents are spending $30,000 a month in marketing. They have a huge farm.
Where did I know?
Right, but of course, if they're doing, right? So it's up to you. How big do you want to be? This company can take you as big as you want to get. We have the models and the systems. I was thinking this morning, being successful is being a great copy machine. That's what it comes down to. If you're a great copy machine, you're going to make a lot of money. We have the models and systems. All you need to do is copy them. Right? Everything that Gary Keller preaches is tested systems and models. Nothing is hypothetical. Everything is proven. You know, every model and system is a proven model and system. Cody Gibson, the guy that taught our last bold, his team is in 160 market centers. You can call 160 different offices and ask Cody Gibson, and they'll connect you to his team. You don't have that opportunity in other companies. Like there's an advantage to being the largest company. And, you know, I would say there's so much Keller Williams has to offer. You guys need to take advantage of it. Like, look at it, you know, see what's offered on command, go into Connect, see what's offered, and take advantage of it. You can get as big as you want. It's just what I'm saying again is just it's up to you how big you want to grow your company, how big you want to grow your business. But it all starts with making those 10 calls a day. All right. Today's class is basically how to access the contracts that we're dealing with. So there's
When is the next bulb?
when is the next bolt? Great question. Let's just log into command real quick and see if we can find anything. You know what? We always go to let's go to my KW. Mega Agent Camp is our next big event. Say hello to Quick. So we have a new artificial intelligence. If anyone that goes into command, I'll just say real quick, agent.kw. Everyone should play with this, by the way, after class. When you log into command at agent.kw.com, and you'll notice in the lower right-hand corner now, there's this like round circle with 3 stars. Explore continued learning with artificial intelligence. If you click that, This is just like ChatGPT, but you can ask questions about anything Keller Williams. So all of Gary Keller's books, all the training, everything, it's loaded into this learning system. And you can ask questions. So I would definitely play with it. Just letting you know that's there. So we're looking for. Let me try. Bold, the bold.
It's the AI.
Oh, that's good. That's a good trick. Let's try it.
Not much. It was actually showing something on command. AI tools that add there. So.
Access the KW calendar. Log in to kwconnect.com. Now I'm gonna search for both. And I'm gonna search for it in Delphi. You know what? Let me just ask something. That's cool. Cool. I can't do it.
Professional intelligence.
Not artificial intelligence. Okay. All right, let's talk about Zipforms. So there are two ways to get to our contracts. Hopefully everyone can install the PC version today if you have the laptop with you. Let's start by going to car.org. So does everyone here have access to car.org? Is there anyone that doesn't have access to car.org? Everyone has access to CAR network, they can all sign in.
You have to have an account, I mean, with.
So if you don't have a car.org account, then when you press sign in, you can click on register here.
Okay. Thank you.
And then once you are, I'm gonna sign in. So I handed out instructions on how to access contracts. So once you log into car.org, it'll say hi and it'll have your name there. And then you just remember transactions, transactions, transactions. The first place you're going to click transactions is this big circle here. It says access transactions. I'm going to click that. And then I'm going to go down here to where it says CAR member benefits transaction. Access now. And then it's going to validate me. And then I'm going to continue to transaction. So it's transactions, transactions, transactions. That will open up your dashboard. Now in the dashboard, I can not get to forms yet. I need to create a new transaction. Okay. So all I did so far was I logged into car.org. And then I logged in. I went to the big circle transactions. I went down to the lone wolf transactions. And it validated me and I pressed access transactions. Now I'm here. Now here, I'm gonna press on this new button. I have to create a transaction. So I'm gonna press new, and it's gonna ask me, is this a new listing, or is this a new offer? Is it a lease? Is it a lease listing? Now, it really doesn't matter which of these that you click on.
June 6th. June 13th to August 8th, $799.
And is it in LA?
Torrents from the
Torrance.
application I have online.
So Torrance, June
13th to August 8th.
June 13th through August 8th. Thank you so much.
Got any info on it yet, but that's what's on the website.
June 13th through August 8th.
Yes.
Thank you.
7 weeks then.
So it's a 7-week program, yeah. It's usually, it's 8 weeks, 7 classes.
Yeah, 7 classes.
Yeah. Yeah, bold. Torrance.
What is that?
It's 7 classes.
Is it just?
It's one class a week on Thursday. And then I think they have class 1, and then it skips a week. And then it goes 6 more.
What does it cover?
So it's gonna cover scripts and dialogues. Like your daily tracking. It's just an intense workshop on lead generation and accountability.
How do we sign up for it?
Okay, so it's gonna be, it will be offered here. So it's $7.99. However, our office will reimburse you the $7.99 if you sign up on your first 2 transactions. So when your first 2 transactions after completing both. So it will end up being free for you, but the office is like, yeah, we'll pay for it, but we want to make sure you're doing the work. Right?
So after my first 2 transactions, what do
So the office will reimburse you 400 per transaction. So after your first transaction, after you complete both, they'll give you 400 back. And then on your second transaction, they'll give you.
Okay. But how do I sign up?
There's no sign up yet.
Okay, and when is it?
It's gonna be June 13th through August 8th,
Email the office, they will send it to you.
every Thursday. Oh, there's gonna be plenty of announcements here.
Yeah,
Yeah, there will be. We'll have flyers.
Do you know what time it will be?
It's an all-day class every Thursday.
9:30 to 2 o'clock, you know.
Okay, thank you.
How many times have you done both?
I did 2 times.
Times, okay. So it's
Do a lot of intensive class.
there are agents that have done it 8 times, 9 times.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
And if you say to an agent, why are you doing it so many times? Don't you know it? So like, why? They'll say, because it makes them do business.
Corey is
Makes them-
different.
It makes them do business
uh-huh.
because you're held accountable to your actions. So you basically on your first day, you're divided up into teams. And then your team is tracking.
Make a
How many
copy.
contacts are you making?
100
how many appointments
days
did you
you have
have?
on the-
How
Wow,
many listings did you take?
I don't have 100 people
You don't have 100 people.
to call.
Yeah, you do. Why not? Come to me, ask me for a calling list. I'll give you a calling list.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Let's get up the people. You wanna buy a house?
Say for an area calling list.
Wanna buy a house? You wanna buy?
All right, so getting back into the transaction. CAR.org,
I do for 5 weeks.
logging into CAR.org, transactions. Now I'm gonna create new, I'm clicking new, and I'm gonna, what am I doing? So let's just say I'm writing an offer. I'm gonna
That's
choose new purchase or offer. I'm gonna click that, and it's gonna ask me to name my transaction. So I'm gonna name my transaction usually with a property address, usually. So I'll just call it 123 Maple Street. If this is a property that's already listed, there's something here called MLS Connect. I can enter the MLS number and it'll automatically pull in the address, the listing agent, all the property information if I use MLS Connect.
Is it MLS Connect here or
Just for the fun of it, let's do it. Let's just do it. I'm gonna open a different
JJ, pardon the interruption.
Yeah.
Is there a way we can screen share your,
thank you. I thought I was.
Thank you.
Letting me know. Weird, it's weird how sometimes it chooses. to do
Oh,
it.
he has got here also.
Maybe because it's a new pop-up window. I don't know.
Perfect, thank you.
All right, so
They have MLS Connect on the other, or the.
So, just-
MLS also.
I'm gonna pull up, yeah, every MLS should have an MLS Connect.
So it's the same thing, right?
It should, it should.
Should be the same thing.
I did try it with CR MLS last week. It didn't work. But I don't know. Sometimes it's finicky.
Usually works.
I'm not sure that the CR MLS was properly set up. All right, so I'm gonna log into our MLS at the MLS.com. And here. And I'm just gonna pull up a listing that we want to write. So. Okay, so I'm looking at listings in Beverly Hills.
They want James, if this,
Search listing, single family.
608 Hillcrest.
608 Hillcrest.
That's James, yeah, I want to see that.
You want to write an offer on 608 Hillcrest?
Yeah, I'm gonna write it off on this.
Okay, so we're gonna select active listings. We're gonna scroll in Beverly. Hills. 608 Hillcrest, hold on. There's Hillcrest. And 608. There we go. 608, 10 million?
Yeah, 9.75.
99. Okay. So here is the MLS number for 608 Hillcrest.
Right.
I'm going to copy that MLS number. 608 North Hillcrest Road. All right, so I'm gonna go back to. Make sure I'm screen sharing. This is gonna be it was 608 North Hillcrest,
Yes.
608 North Hillcrest. Now I'm gonna do MLS Connect now. And I'm going to make sure that this is on the correct listing type.
Oh,
Yeah, so I have to make sure this is on residential property now, because it's a for sale house. If it's a lease, I need to select lease, right? If it's an income property, I need to select income property. I'm going to put in the MLS number and include a property photo and press find, and hopefully it will get the information from the MLS. And here it is, use listing. That's it. And now I'm going to say it's a residential property. That's all I need to do. So all I need to do is put a name for the transaction up here and click residential. It's active and press save.
You
You don't have to put the address?
I didn't have to because I used the MLS Connect,
Oh.
but you don't have to anyways. You don't, because you can put it here now that you're here.
You don't have to know MLS before put MLS Connect. You just, that's address is enough, right? If you put the address, then
You can just name, all I have to do is name the transaction.
right.
And then click residential and then hit save. That's all I had to do.
Right.
So if you look in here in this upper left-hand corner, it says 608 North Hillcrest Road. That's how I named that.
Right.
Now, here is all the information. If I didn't do it in the beginning, I can press this MLS Connect button now and do it again. Right? I can do it again. Here it is. So now that I'm here, I'm going to press. I can press on all forms over up here in the upper right-hand corner. Let's just do it. I'm gonna press this arrow, and this takes me to the forms area. So that's how you access the forms. If I'm gonna write an offer, this first link here is called the California Residential Purchase Agreement. I'm just gonna click it, and it adds it to my transaction. It just appeared right here on.
Right.
So now I can just click it, and it will take me right into the purchase agreement. Here it is, and I'll just start filling it out. So it already has my name in there. And I'll just start filling it out, buyer's name. Right, so I have my templates that I share with you guys, how to fill out an offer. I will help you do this. Oh, now let's look at this real quick. Because we did MLS Connect, it brought in the other agent's information. So it automatically brought in Sandy Sandy Stewart's information here from CD. Fill in her information. The last page of the offer that has the agent address information.
But he's got all this thing in there.
I see, so it filled in all of her information, her office, her license number, her office address, her phone number, her email. So we don't have to go looking for it.
If you go to MLS before, instead of the card connect, the MLS connect, we carry the same information.
Great question.
I mean, this one did more information the other way.
Okay, great question. So I'm just gonna exit this now.
If you see if you get the same information on that,
Okay. Let's say we want to write an offer on this property,
on this.
611 North Hillcrest. So I'm
Right.
gonna pull up the property by clicking on the MLS number.
Right. Please do that. Thank you.
There's something here that says make offer.
Right.
Is this what you're talking about?
Oh, yeah, make.
There's a link here that says make offer.
Oh, so that's less info.
So I'm gonna click it. Let's see what happens.
Thank you, thank you,
Let's see what happens. Make offer.
thank you.
Okay, now it's asking to log in to Zipforms using my CAR credentials. This is interesting. Thank you for using MLS Push, a feature of MLS Connect brought to you by your MLS and CAR. You were unable to locate a Zipform Plus account. Okay, so I'm going to try, why not? Log in with my CAR credentials. My CAR credentials, okay. See what happens. Getting fancy, Tom.
It's the new laptop, right?
Yeah. Look at that. It brought in 611 at North Hillcrest.
Yeah,
It brought in everything, yeah.
the same thing.
Let's look at documents. Let's look at.
Then look at the document, I don't.
Cover sheet. Oh, look, it added a cover sheet. Let's look at what the cover sheet is. So on the cover sheet, it put the property,
Right.
list price, the MLS number. It also put the agent's information. Yeah,
The same thing,
John, I'm gonna use that from now on.
yeah,
I love it. Thank you.
yeah,
Very cool.
no charge for you.
Thank you. All right, now, what I want everyone to do right now is open their laptop. You open your laptop, if not already. I want you to install the desktop version of Zipforms. If you haven't already. On an iPad, you're not gonna be able to do it. I also use an iPad. Now, the reason I want you guys to do this is because there are gonna be times where you're not gonna have internet, or the website is gonna be down, something's gonna happen. You're 11 o'clock at night somewhere, there's no internet. You need to get a counter offer out ASAP. You should be able to do it from your laptop and not have to connect to the internet. Or let's say you can get internet access, but you have to go to business or whatever in a hotel or whatever. If you're working on Zipforms locally as software, you can do all your work and have everything ready. And then when it's ready to be sent over the internet, then you can go to the business center, right? So it will come in handy. I think you guys should install this. So I handed out this thing called How to Access Real Estate Contracts. Everyone should go to this URL.
Is that on the car or is it?
So this is a
Let's share.
this is a URL. I can give you the URL. It's on the page that I handed out. You want to go to ziplogics.com / zipform-standard-download. And then you're going to download. If you have a Windows computer, you'll download the Windows. If you have a Mac, you'll download the Mac. So I'm going to download the Mac version right now to install on this computer. Just so you can do it. Click it, it's downloading. And now I'm going to click it and install. Now, if anybody has an issue of their computer not letting them install it, let me know. I'm going to drag this to the applications folder. It's being told to do. Well, I'm gonna open the applications. And I'm gonna click on Zipform 6.
I can do this even if I don't have a Keller Williams account, or do I need to wait till?
No, you only need the CAR again.
Okay,
CAR. Zipform 6 cannot be opened because the developer cannot be verified. Okay, this is what I was talking about. So if I get this error, it's because of the security setting in Apple. They don't want you to download programs that are not from the App Store, right? For security purposes. So I'm going to go here to the Apple system settings and go to security. If I go to my security settings. Touch ID and pass. Your privacy and security. Okay. So I don't see, here we go. Allow applications download from App Store and identify developers. So I don't see anything appearing here yet. I'm gonna exit this. This is kind of tricky here. Cancel. I'm gonna redo it now. I'm gonna click it again. I know you're saying that's weird. Yes, it is.
form,
I'm gonna go back to system settings again. This time. This time it should be here. Yeah, see, it says here under security, Zipform 6 was blocked from use because it is not from an identified developer. And then I have a button here that says open anyway. So I had to actually exit and retry it to get this to appear. So I'm going to click open anyway. Now it will install. Okay, so it's installing. If anyone needs help installing this.
Yeah,
let me-
you-
let me- Yeah,
Yeah, so it says I need to install Rosetta, I just install it in.
install it right now.
Oh.
Install. There you go. Perfect. So here's the really cool part about, here's the cool part about
Search bar. If you type it in.
He's smart.
Yeah.
So, okay, now it's saying updates are available. Okay. So this actually, I guess because I was already signed in. Because I was already signed in, it's downloading me right now. It already knew who I was. I'll show you how to get it to you. The cool thing about this desktop version of Zipforms is when you go to car.org and you are working on forms online in the cloud, when you press save, they're saved in the cloud, right? So you can always log back into the cloud and work on your forms, no problem. When you open your desktop version, when you open your desktop version of Zipforms, it's going to query the clouds. And it's going to say, are there any updated forms? So right now, look, it's updating the forms. So it queried the clouds and are there new forms? It's bringing in all the updated forms. It's also going to say, are there any new transactions that you've been working on in the cloud? And it's going to download them. When you work on them locally and you press the save button up here, you press save, it uploads to the cloud. So no matter where you're working, it's synced locally or in the cloud. It's always going to be synced. Well, let's see. Right now, it's downloading all the forms. Now, I really love the desktop version for seeing what the forms are. It's really easy. Remember here, or in when we were looking at CAR online, and you were clicking on the right side for the forms, it was in a very narrow column, very hard to read what all the forms are. When this finishes, you'll see how easy it is to see what the forms are. Okay, so finished applying updates. Okay. And now it's checking to see if I have. So this is saying we have detected there are 92 transactions out of sync. Would you like to synchronize? Yes, always. Now it's downloading 92 transactions that I worked on. And it's very fast.
Take it.
Yeah.
So now this
Okay, what does that say?
says the forms cannot be opened because of developer.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so now if you guys look over here on the left, you'll see all the forms.
JJ, I think we're moving faster than I am.
No problem, I'm gonna come and help you. I just want to show you that all the forms are here. So look how easy it is to see. I learned a lot about real estate just from looking to see what the names of the forms are. All right, so you have zip form cannot be opened because the developer cannot be verified. Now you're gonna go to the Apple and go to system settings. And then click on
Finance.
privacy and security.
Mine does the same thing.
Up down here.
Seems ago.
At least it's in there though. That's all that matters. That's very fast.
He's on a cruise in Alaska right now, though.
Okay.
Oh, so you get a break.
So you are unable to get to the screen to download the software?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go to zip or zip logics without a C. Set up, John.
Thank you.
Baby back.
I start looking, this is too slow to do.
It's slow. This is a monster. So we're gonna, whoops.
That's because he thinks the MacBook Pro is,
Ah.
that's probably why.
Keep losing this.
My laptop weighs like 20 pounds.
We're setting up your applications.
And I bring an iPad, so, 'cause it's so big and so heavy. I want that big screen.
Desktop. We're gonna go to Zipforms.
They keep wanting to touch the screen. So I just leave fingerprints.
I haven't used my iPad in years. It's like
And I'll be able
it's
to.
my choice than my
Okay, so we're gonna here,
6-inch laptop. That's
system settings.
way too heavy. Yeah, I know.
Okay, system security. Copyright. See those more.
I know, you finished all my stuff in. I just think about it. You're doing that one time. Oh, they're supposed to be doing like.
No.
Yeah. What's those?
Use password. Do you know your Apple ID?
No.
You don't know your Apple ID? Your.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
It's like, yeah, so
Good.
he
Yeah.
to like do it quickly,
Perfect.
but he hasn't heard back. They had the interview last Thursday. So it's kind of like I figure maybe same time this week they might tell you.
Maybe it was like first one.
I think he was one of the
Yeah.
first. Yeah, he picked like one, like the earliest time on the first day of interviews. That was like their day one and second. Yeah,
Now, once you, yeah, so no, once you open this, it's gonna give you a screen that says activation. You're gonna want to go to association and click on California Association of Realtors. Now you want to enter your CAR login.
Oh,
Do you know your CAR login?
yeah.
Whatever, however you log into car.org, it's gonna be the same. You only have to do this once. car.org. Okay, so press activate. Activate, okay, good. Error during validation. Let's try one. Request was aborted. It's not created an SSL secure channel. That's weird.
like everybody can think it.
Really?
Yeah.
This might be an error right now. You're gonna have to try this again tomorrow, so it looks like. So basically, there's two, it's gonna ask you to validate with CAR.
Yes.
And then when you go back to that screen, it's gonna, again, you're gonna have your CAR credentials in two different places. I'll show you on my screen. So unfortunately, there must be an issue with ZipLogix right this second. But I'll show you, the screen that we're looking at. So, when you first install it, you're gonna get this screen here that says, account. So bless you. Well, the first time that you install it, you're gonna click on the association tab and you're gonna check California Association of Realtors. And you'll put your username and password there. The next time, then you're gonna go back to this and it's gonna say Zipform Plus account. And you'll check CAR credentials, you'll put the exact same information. So this is what you want to do. Now, after you do that, you're gonna click on this e-sign tab. And you're gonna connect your DocuSign account. Okay, so those are the things that you want to do. Your company information, you want to make sure that's your information there. This is how it appears on the bottom of your contract. And then click on the e-sign tab and click DocuSign. And then you can add link existing DocuSign account right there. Okay.
But I have to do that again tomorrow, huh?
Yeah, we'll do it later. We'll try later. Try later. So now the really cool thing about the desktop version is, again, I can read what all the forms are. I love this, that I can read what all the forms are. So not only that, you have different libraries here. Same thing as CAR.org. But here's the California Association of Realtor library. If I just exit it, I'm reconnecting. So every time I open it, it checks to see if the forms have been updated and if I've worked on anything in the cloud. Okay. So I'm going back here to the forms. These are all sorted alphabetically. I can sort them by category also. If I click on the categorize tab, I can search just for vacant land forms, commercial forms, purchase forms, disclosures. So, it's a great way to, if that's how you want to search. Now there's also this search tab, and I use this more than anything here. It's my search tab. If I'm searching for a certain form. So let's say we want to do a referral, right? I'm just going to go on the search tab and I'm just going to type the word referral. Hit enter. There it is, referral fee agreement. If I want to do a lease, I can type the word lease, enter. These are all the forms that have the word lease in them. Right? So it's an easy way to search for forms. There is a form for everything. So I really suggest that you guys look through the names of the forms. You will learn a lot just from reading what the names of the forms. And then what'll happen is, hopefully, whenever you're in a situation and you don't know what form to use, you'll remember, like, oh, I think, you know what? I think I remember seeing that form. There's a form for that. So, all right. Now I want to talk to you just a bit about organization. Oh, you know what? Let me show you something really cool. I'm just going to go here to open a transaction. So here's the open folder. And here are the transactions that we were just did, 611 North Hillcrest and 608 North Hillcrest. Remember? We just did those together. So they're there. Yeah. It syncs everything. Pretty cool. I want to talk to you a little bit about organization. So this is how you stay organized in real estate. Like if you go to escrow or you go to our transaction coordinator, you're going to see folders, right? They have a separate folder for every deal they're working on. There's no other way to stay organized, right? If you have a folder, it has an address on it. All the paperwork for that deal goes in that folder, right? So they have 100 folders on their desk. You can go to any real estate company, right? Or walk around offices here. Every single address has its own folder. I do the same thing digitally. So I would suggest that everyone should use their documents folder. So, right, so we have a documents folder. If you're on a Mac, this documents folder should automatically back up to iCloud if you have that turned on, right? So in documents, I would create a folder called properties. Some of you are going to do it on your desktop. And by the way, your desktop is also saved to iCloud. The important part is that it's being saved, and if your computer crashes or gets stolen, God forbid, or something happens, everything is backed up, right? I'm really, you don't have to worry about it on a Mac. I'm happy John has that Mac. If you're using a PC, well, first of all, if you're on a Mac, make sure iCloud backup is turned on. If you're using a PC, you might be using OneDrive as backup. You might have a Dropbox account. That is automatically in the cloud. And I personally use something called Sync. Sync gives you 6 gigabytes of free storage. Dropbox only gives you 500 meg. So personally for me, I have a Sync folder. In that folder, it doesn't matter if it's in your documents folder, in your Sync folder, Dropbox folder, in whatever folder that's being automatically backed up, create a new folder called properties. So here on my thumb drive, I have a folder called properties. And in my properties folder, I have subfolders of addresses. This is how I stay organized. So in an office environment, you're gonna have actual physical folders with an address across the top. On your computer, you're gonna have a folder called properties, and then a folder for each address you're working on. Everything you work on for that specific property should go in that folder. And that's how you stay organized. Really not complicated. If you have a buyer that you're writing offers on, right? You might have a buyer's name as one of these folders of properties, and then in that folder, you'll have a bunch of addresses. That makes sense? Like, right, if I'm working with John, I'll have a folder named John, and in the John folder, I'll have all these different addresses of writing offers. So,
Whatever that you sold to one client, is that
yeah, if I have,
one client or different?
yeah, but most of the time, I'm gonna have a folder with an address here, and that's what I'll be working.
Very neat, yes.
So now in that folder, in that folder, I'll have a folder called disclosures. If it's a listing, I'll have a folder called photos. Right, and this is, I'm gonna create my W file here. Now we're gonna be using our transaction coordinator. I will also show you how to do disclosures, right? So we're gonna have a class on disclosures. Basically, when we're doing disclosures, we need to have our checklist, and we're just gonna go back here and use the search program, and we'll just look up all the disclosures. So we have lead-based paint, so lead. You know, we'll just keep adding these. Every time we click one, it'll add it to our transaction. Lead, mold, right? Lease rent, mold. So
For every transaction, you have to pull up each.
every transaction, we're gonna individually. Now you can be efficient, create a template. Right, so I know that our transaction coordinator, they use templates all the time. But yeah, you can have a template, you can have all of the disclosures in a certain template and then apply a template. And they all get into your transaction. But right now, I just want to make sure that everyone knows how to get to the contracts. So they can be gotten to at car.org or locally on your computer. So I just want to make sure that you can do that. And I want you to stay organized. So that's really all this class was about today. I'm happy to help individually, anyone that needs it. I'm sorry that you can't finish your activation today. I'm sure they're aware of it, and I've seen this happen before. I don't know.
Just fix a link.
Don't try it. Yeah, try it later. I'm gonna call them down. Does anyone need any individual help?
Yeah.
I'm always happy to do that. Thank you, John.
I have to go to the army base. I'm called.
Army days.
Yeah, called the wife.
Are you what?
The wife called for the.
Thanks for this.
Oh, that army base. Oh.
That's not how my face is.
His wife is a military.
Dictator.
She goes, yeah, I get it. I was like, can't be down this very, no way. This is like this in the village.
Yeah, I need to ask you something. It's just something simple. I just want to ask you, there, on You know, the RE website, I can find the RE 202. I sent it to them. I
Yeah.
called them, I asked them if everything's good. They were like, everything's perfect.
Yes.
And then I called them this morning. They're like,
It's like a
when you.
I know. It's not even, it's not in the valley, but like, I have to think about it. I'm working, but maybe.
I know, I'm kind of like, maybe if it's done in time.
So I was trying to find the computer.